What's wrong, Josh? Do you not feel well?
Yeah, I just don't feel good.
I know what'll make you feel better. I'll fix some homemade chicken noodle soup. And while I'm doing that, I'll turn on a Hallmark movie for you.
Oh, no, I'm fine.
Oh, well, it always makes Mommy feel better. Let me see. Oh, I'll put on an episode of Golden Girls. That always makes you feel good.
Yeah, that sounds good. Thank you for being a friend.
First thing we're going to do is add 2 tablespoons of butter and some olive oil to our pan, about medium heat. Once this heats up and the butter melts, then we'll add our chicken tenders to the pan. Once they've been turned a couple times, a little brown on both sides, take the chicken out and let it cool. All right, our butter's melted. Now we're going to add our chicken to the pot. I've got this again at Aldi. There's about 12 chicken tenders in here. I'm going to cook all the chicken tenders, but I'm only going to use 6 for this recipe and save the other 6 for another recipe. Again, we don't want these too brown. They're just enough to know that they're done, and then we'll add it to our soup after we've shredded it up as well. So let that cook with the top on. Turn it every 3 or 4 minutes. Should take about 15-20 minutes total. And our chicken looks like it's ready to go, so I'm going to take it off, put it on the plate here, and let it cool off. And then once it's cool, we'll start shredding it up. And while our chicken is cooling, we're going to go ahead and cut up our vegetables. We've got about 3 stalks of celery, 3 carrots, some sliced mushrooms, and an onion. So we're going to chop everything up, get it ready to go, and then we'll reheat our pan and add the vegetables on there to saute. So we're adding some olive oil and 2 tablespoons of butter to the pan. Once that butter starts to melt, we'll start adding all our vegetables. We're going to start off with our onions, saute those for a few minutes, and then we're going to add all the other vegetables in there, saute them as well, and then we'll add them to the big stock pot. So we're adding our onions. All right, now we're going to add the rest of our vegetables, carrots, celery, and mushrooms. add just a little bit more olive oil. Let this cook on here for about 5 minutes. While our vegetables are cooking, we're going to go to our stock pot and add our chicken broth. We got 64 ounces that we're adding. Let that warm up. Then we'll add our vegetables to the pot. We'll salt and pepper. And bring that to a boil. And once it boils, we'll add our noodles. All right, vegetables are done and they're ready to be put into the pot. So we're about to the boiling point. So I've added 4 cups of noodles and 2 cups of water, just because the noodles will absorb all the juices and we don't want it to dry out. And our noodles have boiled. We're going to add our chicken and let this cook for about another 10 minutes.